What is going on, everybody? My name is Dylan is Dents, and welcome back to another build video. I know it's been a while. I've been busy. Ganyu's been out. Xiao's been out. Lantern Rite has happened. We're getting Yai here in a few days, at time of recording, of course. And I've had to have some time to think about everything. Also, Shen He has also come out since the last time we've recorded a build video. But today, we are going to be looking at what is called the most broken character in Genshin Impact. And that would be Ganyu. Of course, she has been at the top of the game since she launched last year. I believe it's been over a year since the last time she reran, which obviously we got her. I've completed my Genshin Pokédex essentially, and today we're gonna go ahead and test her out, see what she is capable of, and hopefully mine can hit the big numbers. If you enjoy these build videos, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what other builds I should go ahead and post. I know I've got a couple that I am doing in the same recording session as right now, so hopefully some of the ones that you do want will be coming soon. Otherwise, be sure to go to the playlist of my build videos. I have done quite a few already, and once again, my goal is to build every single character in Genshin Impact by the time I stop playing, if I ever do stop playing. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So here is my Ganyu, and I will also show you the team, because team members also are essential. You can see I have Shen He in the team. She's not complete, but she's still going to do really well for this build video. So let's take a look at my Ganyu. Obviously, you can see very minuscule attack, only 15k, 2300 attack, 136 elemental mastery, running a 205.8 crit damage, and then 42.3% crit rate. And we also get some extra crit rate due to cryo resonance, so that is also why we have Shen He in the party. Got her on 142% energy recharge and 46.6 cryo damage bonus. Weapon of choice, we obviously have the Amos's bow, which is her best in slot weapon. This is the #1 weapon for Ganyu, and you know, if you were able to get it, congrats. If you pulled off standard banner like I did and it just sat a little bit until Ganyu came out, congrats, because now you got a use for it. Other weapons that can be used with Ganyu, the prototype crescent is one that I actually have never crafted, but it is probably her second best weapon in terms of like getting a 4-star option. Prototype crescent is your best bet for that. Otherwise, other options you can use that aren't as good, but they can be used. Hamayumi is an option for Ganyu. I don't recommend it just because the utilization pretty much would have her save her burst. And, you know, obviously, it's not going to be as good for charge attack damage. Obviously, it gives you 24% bonus, or 240% when you have your burst completed. But, you know, Amos's bow is still the best bow in the game for her. Another one for, like, maybe burst building. Maybe the stringless. I haven't seen too much of the stringless, but it can be used. Obviously, at R5, it gives you a 48% bonus on your elemental burst. This can probably work in a Melt Ganyu comp, to be honest, but not the best choice. Also, I guess Moon's Moon could also be decent. That would be on an energy recharge melt build. So, those are the weapons, at least, that I know of that could go with Ganyu. Artifact set, we are running Wanderer's Troop, which is actually, honestly, very easy to acquire, but so hard to get the right stuff just because you get them from weeklies, the strong box, like, you have to do it. Obviously, we're running crit damage, cryo damage, attack percent, and, you know, everything else. Like, some of these are okay. I think it was, yeah, that rolled into defense once. This rolled into defense, I believe, once in percent. But it's still a really good cup. You can obviously see that 34.2% crit damage, which is nice. But yeah, this is honestly her best artifact set. The other set, like I said, Melt Ganyu is a thing. So you'd want to use 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, which obviously 2-piece set gives you extra 15% cryo damage bonus. And then when a character attacks an opponent affected by cryo, crit rate is increased by 20%. If they're frozen, its crit rates increase another 20%. So you'd be getting an extra 40% essentially by running this. Putting my Ganyu, that would give her about 80% crit rate, which is not bad at all, to be honest. If, obviously, these were all Blizzard Strayer. I have her at Constellation 0. Don't really need anything more than that, but we will go through her constellations as always. C1, charge level 2 Frostflake arrows or Frostflake arrow blooms decrease opponent's cryo resistance by 15% for 6 seconds upon hit. A hit also regenerates 2 energy for Ganyu. This effect can only occur once per charge level 2 Frostflake arrow, regardless if Frostflake arrow itself or the bloom hits the target. Now, I believe this is mostly what people go for on Ganyu. Obviously, you can go beyond that. But honestly, at C0, she's still as broken. I don't really recommend pulling Constellations for her. Otherwise, if you're a freaking whale, then, you know, go for it, by all means. Treo the Chilling gains an additional charge, which I believe is her skill, which actually is used as a taunt. It's actually not too bad. It can do quite a bit of damage, to be honest. Cloud Strider increases the level of Celestial Tower, her burst, by 3 levels, of course. And then C5 would be the other one, as you'll see here soon. Opponents standing within the AoE of Celestial Shower take increased damage. This effect strengthens over time. Increased damage taken begins at 5% and increases by 5% every 3 seconds, up to a maximum of 25%. The effect lingers for 3 seconds after the opponent leaves the AoE. Honestly, really insanely busted, in my opinion. But like I said, I only recommend just grabbing Ganyu and darting after that, because you literally don't need anything else for her besides, you know, C0. Obviously, like I said, skill gets an extra 3 levels. And then C6, using Treo the Chilling causes the next Frostflake arrow shot within 30 seconds to not require charging. So pretty much, use your skill, you pull out your bow, it's already charged, you can fire right away. It's not bad, but I just don't think it's that good of a C6, and that's just me. You know, let me know, anybody with, you know, constellations on Ganyu, or people who, you know, people who use Ganyu a lot or have her C6, let me know in the comments. Talents, I have her at 8, 6, and 7. Obviously, you want to prioritize her normal attack, because that's where her charge shot comes in. And if you can see, charge shot Frostflake arrow damage is at 205%, which is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the bloom does 348%. So initial shot is 205, and then 348% after on the bloom. You'll see that a lot here. And honestly, it's just ridiculous. Obviously, this gets some of the HP, and then it does 185% skill damage at level 6. This at level 7, you get a 15-second ice storm pretty much, and then you get 105% ice shard damage off that. And her energy cost is actually 60, which is not bad. Honestly, it's kind of high, but not bad. Then here are her other passive talents. After firing a Frostflake arrow, the crit rate of subsequent Frostflake arrows and their resulting bloom effects is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. Essentially, you get a free 20% crit rate here, because most of the time with Ganyu, you're going to be charge shotting. That's just how it goes. So pretty much my ratio is more like a 205 to 60, 62, if you think about it that way. Celestial Tower, her burst gains 20% crowd damage bonus to the active party members in the area of effect. Obviously very good for cryo teams, for multiplayer, co-op, and using cryo members, obviously. Very good. And then refunds 15% of the ore used when crafting bow type weapons. Not the greatest, but you know, it's a thing. D-Luke has one too. There are a lot of characters with these with these passives. Obviously, that is Ganyu, and the team will be using with Ganyu today Yoimiya, which you've obviously seen quite a bit. Obviously, one of my favorite characters in the game. Zhongli, the man, the myth, the legend, and Shenhe, which actually, honestly, not kind of shocked she has 100% crit damage. But she's running straight attack on all three. She has 2400 attack on a wave breaker fin with a 2-piece Shiminawa, 2-piece Gladiator finale at 445. So we'll have a separate build video for her in the near future. It's just I need to get her finished before we actually get that done. So what I'm thinking we do is we can go ahead and visit our buddy out in Inazuma and do the test run on him. But I will say, one thing that I've really enjoyed about Ganyu is it's a different playstyle for me, because I used to really dislike bow characters. Like, really dislike bow characters. I was not a fan of them. But when Yoimiya came out, I got really used to the playstyle, and now I'm just very into bow characters. They're fun. And the other reason we have Yoimiya in the party is to proc Melt. So we'll go ahead and show that off as well during this demonstration. All right. Shield up.
By ordinance divine.
We'll use Shenhe's
Transfiguration.
first. Get
No
that
touching. Next on
in.
the
And you can already
agenda,
see, damn.
This is long
And
overdue.
Shenhe's buff is very, very, very good. How are you blocking that?
Go bishop
Go
down.
ahead and proc this real quick. Rebuff. And you see now we're getting some out procs off. That was a nice 20k right there coming from the Yoimiya.
Solidify.
Good. That. Obviously, I'm still getting used to Ganyu's playstyle, so I apologize for my pathetic performance. And I missed. There we go. But you can see when she shoots right after the bloom comes down, it's very nice. Very nice. By the
Take
way,
your true form.
show this off. I don't believe it shows the buff. I don't know where the buff is actually going because I'm kind of dumb. Believe it, yeah. I have no idea where Shenhe's buff goes. Like, I'm still confused about Shenhe as a character. But obviously you can see she was actually able to dispatch Masanori very quickly. Yoimiya helped as a support role, just hitting her burst off there. And Ganyu was able to dispatch a Masanori pretty quickly. Obviously, once again, this is not the best display. But let me know what you think of Ganyu. How long have you had Ganyu? Let me know down in the comments below. And like I said, if you also have an idea for a build video, put it down in the comments below. Otherwise, that's going to be it today. My name is Dylan is Dents. I'll catch you in the next one, Dents Nation. Peace.